I am here now with Martin Kifer of High Point University, and you specialize in polling. You know how that all works, and I'm telling you, there are going to be people out there today, the Rush Limbaughs of the world certainly, who will be crowing and saying, I've been telling you the pollsters get it wrong, and he'll say they got it wrong this time. What do you say to that?
It's quite possible, and what you want to do is go back and do an autopsy to make sure that this wasn't just something that was overlooked. There may be something methodological. It could be the particular mix of polls that are out there right now. When you look at these aggregators of polls, when you look at some of these online sites that put together all the polls, they're putting together things that were done online, things that were done using automated voice, things that were live interviewer. And so we want to figure out whether it's the questions that we're asking, the ways that we're calling, the ways that we're sampling, what is it that made this off by probably a couple percentage points in some of these states.
When you traveled around America, I don't know how much you've been able to travel the last month or two. I know when I traveled, I was always struck by the amount of Trump support outside of every major city. It was almost like he had wallpapered these small towns and communities. Did you see that? And if so, did you say, oh, man, are we missing something?
Well, I think what this is saying is that the enthusiasm for Trump himself that we saw at rallies, that you saw in the number of signs out in rural areas and so forth, translated into a vote that was stronger than people expected. Yeah, I should say some people expected, many people who were polling this election. And so that's an important thing to be able to get a hold of for the next election as we're looking ahead at the presidency.
Although there doesn't seem to be a mandate in the presidential election, can North Carolina Republicans coming out of last night say, you know what, our policies are what this state is asking for?
Well, if in the past, in the last few cycles, they've said that they have what it takes, they have the policies that people have given approval of, then I don't see why this election is much different. We had a very close race at the governor level, but we saw a reaffirmation, the vast majority of seats in the House and the Senate, the General Assembly.
Right, as well as the U.S. Senate race with Richard Burr. So a good night for the Republicans here. Martin Kifer, thank you very much.
Thank you.